Traffic was a fucking disaster. How was your weekend? Good?
It was great.
Your wife's getting ready for finals, so there's no chocha for you no more, so you're sitting at home like a fucking mook, watching TV, wishing you were eating Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you.
Oh, this is going to piss you off, but I have to tell you.
What happened now?
So her mom always has made the hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what she's making for me this week that I think you might have to call a hospital. You might have a heart attack.
What?
She's going to make it with turkey hot dogs and turkey bacon.
That's disgusting. Tell her don't even waste your time. You're hanging. We might as well go to Felipe's wedding. Herb Dean in the motherfucking Skiz house.
What's up?
Fresh from UFC 90 fucking 2 or whatever the fuck number it's up to.
I know.
What'd you do last weekend?
Okay, let's see. Last weekend. What did I do last weekend? I don't think I had any fights last weekend. This last weekend I passed. Yeah, you know what? I did Thanksgiving, and then I just chilled around my house. It was very comfortable.
You got the family.
Yeah. So me and my kids, we went out to my parents' house, and the whole family was out there, and we had a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I think it was a very successful Thanksgiving because we only started I think maybe 3 hours late. 3 hours late, which is awesome.
What time was the due date?
Okay, it was supposed to be at 12.
And you started at 3. What time was the first turkey fucking piece of turkey eaten?
About maybe 3:15.
All right, that's not bad.
I think that
you
was
sat
real
around and
good.
watched football?
Yeah. I think
people
it was good.
came in late. Some people brought the shit late, potatoes.
No, it was perfect. It was perfect. Okay. And then let's see, what did we do? Oh, you know what? Yeah, it was all just love and family, hanging out, having fun. No arguments.
That's
arguments.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good.
You gotta have a little friction on it. Somebody's gotta leave pissed off, or it ain't Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, no, my kids were complaining about this or that, but
what were they pissed
no
off?
Grown folk arguments. This uncle told him to do that, or that one told him this, and that. He's bossy, blah blah blah.
That's fucked up. Going to those big Thanksgivings. I forgot how that was like. And you sit at the kid table.
I used to dread it because I wasn't a huge fan of these cousins, but this past Thanksgiving I kind of missed it a little bit. Just like even though you don't always get along, like it feels it's like a good feeling when a family's together. Even if like your mom doesn't like this one sister, and it just gets crazy.
I was supposed to go to my uncle's, but then he started saying, he'd rather go to a restaurant. So I bought this turkey from Boston Market with all the trimmings, and I'm like, I don't want that shit in my fucking car anyway. Car's gonna stink like fucking turkey for 3 weeks. I gotta drive it to Glendale. It might leak in the car. Fuck that. So I finally said, I'm gonna eat it at home and then go down there for dessert. But he said he was gonna get something else, and so my daughter went to sleep because with kids, when you have a baby, you can't time.
Yeah, how old is she?
She's 23 months on Saturday or some shit. So you can't time what time they're gonna fall asleep and shit. I took her out all morning and walked her, and it was like 2 o'clock. She slept till 5. Finally at 4, I couldn't take it no more. I hit the fucking crib, and I slept till about 6. I got up. I went to Steve Simone's house, which was very nice. That motherfucker could cook. He made a few meatballs, some baked ziti.
Okay.
I tasted the pumpkin pie, and I got the fuck out of there by 8 o'clock when the baby started nodding. And I went home, and I think I watched a movie with my wife, and but to me, it was like walking out of the house tonight. Tonight I walked out of the house, and I'm on the top of the stairs, and I looked out, and I saw a palm tree. And 18 years later, I can't fucking believe I'm in California.
Oh, it's great.
Like, you really can't, but like every once in a while I catch myself. You're on Sunset, and you're driving to the light, and you look at a palm tree, and you look at Sunset, and you go, holy fucking shit. I'm on Sunset Boulevard. How the fuck did this happen,
Well, see, I grew up here, so I didn't realize how awesome it was until I started traveling. And I start going to these places, and like, it's not the cold. The cold is rough sometimes, but for me, it's a novelty. But what gets me is that all the wildlife knows better. They all leave. And there's no birds. It's all silence, and there's no green stuff. Like you see these hedges, right? But they're not hedges. In the winter, it's just these twigs in people's yards, and you're like, man, those hedges better be beautiful to justify twigs for most of the year. Then you come back here and I live in Pasadena. Lots of trees, birds are chirping. I got squirrels partying in the backyard. It's nice. We got
crazy.
Parrots.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is that you walk out and you realize. Like, you have to check yourself. And that's the same way Thanksgiving is. Like, that was a very peaceful Thanksgiving. I remember Thanksgiving, me and a buddy went to call for another friend at his house. We were maybe 16. And all of a sudden, the father was drunk. And we got to talking to him, and one thing led to another, and voices started getting raised. It was 16. And the father finally took out a knife and chased us out of there. That was a Thanksgiving, 30 years ago, whatever. So when I have a Thanksgiving like this that's peaceful, you know, then there were the Thanksgivings when you had no money and somebody invited you over there and you had to scrape up $5 to get like a 6-pack of Coke so you didn't walk in there like a fucking idiot, or an apple pie. And when nobody ate the apple pie, you were pissed off because you could use that $9 for something peaceful. And you're thinking about taking it back on the way home and you're like, fuck it, I just lost $9, but they fed me. I remember those Thanksgivings being broke. So they all come into perspective, you know, Thanksgiving. It really, I like it because you always think back, what the fuck was I doing last year at Thanksgiving, you know? Was I eating turkey? Was I eating dick? Was I under a bridge with a fucking sign?
It was crazy. Like, I guess it was 2 years ago when Terry was pregnant. And, like, I don't think she even ate. Like, you and I ate and watched a little bit of football.
She cooked and went to bed.
Yeah, she cooked.
Yeah, she was pregnant as fuck. She was ready to bust. You know,
What cracks me up about things, it was like the friends whose houses you used to go over, just all the different houses you had. And then also what makes me think about is the friends who stopped by my house without calling. Even though it's kind of annoying sometimes, those are my real friends because we grew up before there were cell phones. So we would just go by each other's house. That's how you did. You just went and knocked on the door.
I remember that expression, calling for somebody? When I was growing up, that was the thing.
Right.
You called for Lee. You called for her.
Because the mom would answer.
Yeah, you always called for somebody. I went over and called for you yesterday. What are you talking about?
Oh.
No one never told me. That's when you went to somebody's house. That was called calling for somebody.
Right, yeah. Going over there.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
calling,
Let's go call for something. Let's go call for fucking Herb Dean. There was no payphones. You just went over there and knocked on the fucking door 8 o'clock at night. It was Herb home. Get the fuck off our stoop, motherfucker. Okay. You know, there was no... I don't... Because of the baby and my wife, I wouldn't want my old friends knocking on the fucking door unexpected. Do you know? Just...
Luckily for you, they probably don't live here then.
No, they don't. I don't have like crazy
I live
people.
in the same town, so they all, I got a few of my friends who just come knock on the door. If they don't, I don't answer. By the time I finally get to the door, they're like peeking through windows and stuff. Like, is he in there?
Where you at? They won't leave because they know you're in there.
They see the car. I see the car.
No, I remember weird Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, it's just one of those holidays, and it kicks off a hard time for some people, and you see it on their faces. Some people fucking struggle during the holidays, Jack. Yeah. You know, I struggled, but I just fucking partied till that's it. A lot of people will tell you, you know what, once Thanksgiving hits, I just want to go to sleep and wake up January 3rd. And I understood.
It's time for them to let it go. Because you know what it is when you're going to see all the people who you believe are judging you about where you believe you're going to be or where you think you should be. That's what I think it is. I see a lot of people who are going through that, so they're going to see their family, and they're going to see so-and-so's doing well, and so-and-so did this, and so-and-so got that for such and such, and they're talking about this and that, and maybe you're not saying the things you want to say, or would like to be saying.
You know, one of the best holiday seasons I ever had, I could look you both in the face and tell you this, when I was locked up.
Why?
Because I learned a lot. We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.